What's up guys, my name is Andre and in this video I'm going to be covering the inside bars report on edgeful.com. So first of all, what is an inside bar? The way that we define in this specific report is when price today opens within yesterday's range, how often does it break out? So that's right there. So let's start with that. Price today has to open within yesterday's range. Now we're looking here at YM. We're looking obviously at the inside bars report in the last 6 months in the New York session. This is extremely important if you're trading Forex, crypto, or futures. For stocks, it's just going to be, is it opening between the regular trading hours? So I'll show you very quickly because it's simple. Is it opening within the regular trading hours range? So right here is a good example. Let me hide this 1 second. You can see my previous day's low is right here. And this is my RTH, my regular session between 9:30 and 4. And you can see my previous day's highs right here. Very obviously price opened within that range and then broke out. So I just wanted to show you that very quickly for stocks because it's a lot more simple and now everything else will apply universally here. So let's go back to YM. And I will turn this on and let's go back to that day here. Okay. So when you're looking at this New York session, you are deleting all of the data outside of it. So what that means is you are looking only at the data within these blue boxes. Now, if you want to get these blue boxes, this is an indicator that we have right over here to the right side. If you click on this, you're going to get access to 35 TradingView indicators. That's part of your plan. So you click on that button, you put your TradingView username right in here. And then the way you find your TradingView username is you click on your profile button and you're going to see your username will pop up right there. Once you put your username in right here, you're going to see in your indicator section, this invite only will pop up and you're going to see all of the indicators right over here. So in this case, I'm using the market sessions indicator, which will look like this when you start with the Asian, London, and New York sessions. What I like to do is I'll double click on it or just go to the settings and hide my Tokyo and London session. And then I'm looking at these blue boxes. So is price today opening within the previous New York sessions range within here? So now that means previous New York, we have to have the New York, that 9:30 candle opening within this range. Now that is a potential inside bar. This counts towards the inside bars. And then now we determine, is price going to stay within yesterday's range or is it going to break out of yesterday's range? So in the last 6 months on YM, you can see that 74% of the time price is going to break out of yesterday's range. Now in this case, this is a great example. You can see price opened right over here. And I'm going to make this green so you can see that. And then now that you know that, you can say, I want to target either this point or this point down here, which is either yesterday's high or yesterday's low, because you know that 74% of the time in the last 6 months, price has either touched this point or this point. So this is a great idea in terms of setting your targets. This is a wonderful report to use because you know that these are very high probability key levels. These aren't made up levels. These are key levels, previous sessions high and low. So that's one example right here of price coming down to touch yesterday's low. This is a great place to take profits, or at least take something off the table. Now, if you were to look at, now I'll show you an example that is not going to count at all. Well, actually, here's another inside day that did break yesterday's high, but I'm going to show you an example that's not going to count at all, which is, let's try to find one here. Right here. So right over here, you can see that price opened below yesterday's low. That is, this report is going to completely ignore this day. So you want to just keep that in mind. If price is opening below yesterday's low, this report, this inside bars report, will be completely ignoring that day. So that's one piece. Here, down here is going to be your streaks. These are the last 5 instances of where price opened within yesterday's range. So you can see the dates right here. You can see down here the actual dates as well. This makes up every single day that makes up the results of this report. Now, we are probably going to change the labeling here, But pretty much outside day means price broke out of the previous day's range. Inside day means that it didn't break out. So you can see right here, this matches this point right there. These are the explainer videos. This is the one you're watching right now. Right down here is the explainer text. So this is telling, or the explainer graphic, sorry. This is telling you this is an inside day that price did not break out of yesterday's range. And this is an outside day, or not an inside bar, where price breaks out of yesterday's range. There's some explainer text off to the right over here, if you prefer to read. But in this case, you can also look at it by weekday. And then now you're going to get a pretty different, I imagine, a pretty different set of results. So you can see here, for example, Mondays have very different results from something like a Wednesday. So just keep that in mind. I always recommend looking at the bi-weekday variance. And this also applies to different sessions as well. So one thing I'm going to show you now is I'm going to go to the London session. Now again, you are looking at a different range. So let me turn this back on 1 second, and let's find that other day. So again, our previous day's high is here, previous day's low is here. Now this is for the New York session now. If I turn on my London range, my London indicator, you can see that my daily range is different. So I'm going to hide my New York. My range is no longer these two here. It's different. It's going to be this and this. And this day also did break out. But when you're looking here at the London session, you need to understand that your range is not the daily range. It's not the New York range. It's not the Asian range. It is the previous London session here. Pretty much what the buy breakout is just a kind of a more detailed view of the standard report. So the standard report tells you just if price has broken out of the previous day's range. So if price has broken previous session's low or previous session's high, either one, it doesn't tell you which one. It doesn't tell you if it was both. But the buy breakout version tells you specifically how often price broke the previous session's high, previous session's low, how often it breaks both sides, which still counts as an outside day on the regular inside bars report, and then finally how often it stays within the previous day's range. So you can see right over here, that would be this one. All of the other ones would fall into this category here. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions on this, please just reach out to our support right down here. We will answer you very quickly. We'll answer any questions you have. I hope this is helpful. Thank you for watching.